uh, the ancestral spirits of creation, archangels, angels, the ancestors. One also asks the divine primordial mother for protection and guidance to those that strive for righteousness, and to guide us on this journey called life. And want to give thanks to her for another day of living and seeing the sun, seeing the light of day, to be able to breathe, to be able to live and breathe, to be able to be around my children, and also those that are watching on our channel. I want to give a shout out to Brother Pisces the King, Mother Shelley, Brother Salone, and name's going to remain anonymous for right now. It's two of them. Name's going to be anonymous for right now, and also all of the brothers from brothers that we have in our circle. Y'all know who y'all are, and that's what I want to say. Ashe and Naya Bobo. Great Monday or great Moon Day. So what we're going to do, feast. That's what's up. All right, so yeah, but all right, so I was going over stuff the last live about the Gnostic, about that's dealing with the Christian tradition. That's also dealing with those that are actually Christian. And I spoke on Sufism, which is dealing with the Islam tradition or religion. And then I spoke on the Jewish or Judaism mysticism, which is the Kabbalah. And I was speaking how they are connected to the Kundalini system. The ways of the mystic is all connected to that. Then I said how the way is connected to the X chromosome, which is dealing with the mitochondrial DNA. Spoke on that. Been speaking about that for a long time now. Shout out to the brother Pisces the King. He told me about Dr. Kid Pruitt doing a live today, and she spoke on getting your heart right and your mind and everything correct. And that's also dealing with the chakras. I've been trying to let everybody know that the chakras is very important. You can go ahead and talk all day, love, light, peace, whatever. But if you don't have a soul like Brother Pisces the King was saying, you assed out. Everybody, and I'm gonna say this: there's no such thing as this new world that everybody's talking about. The new world is actually the ancient world. It's actually the golden age. Is actually going back into the ancient world, the ancient ways, where everything is going to be weighed on your spirit, your energy, and so on. It's going to be weighed on that. It's going to be dealing with that. And in order for you to reach your higher divinity or frequency, you're going to have to do a lot of shadow work. Shadow work is very important. And I don't care what nobody says, shadow work is very important. You have to face your inner demons. And I've been saying this on this channel of ours for a minute about the heart. The heart is being weighed, really being weighed and being tested. If you have an ounce of hate in your heart, you have no soul. It's going to be difficult because a lot of us don't understand that you do have to have a balance though. So you can be balanced and firm and have a soul. It's just that you're the type of person that's spiritual that's not going to take no ish. You get what I'm saying? But you use that divine love to those that are messed up. Because a lot of people claim to be spiritual, claim to be this, but you got to really, if that is the case, how do we know? Because we could talk about this all day in front of a damn camera. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Outside of this, I'm the same person. And I'm hoping that those that are watching, that you're the same person outside of watching this too. I'm the same loving, caring, laughing person that can be, you have people that don't be the same individual outside of YouTube. But I digress. Okay? Now, I want to finish something where I left off at on our channel, but something came to me on this phone. If YouTube script again on this video, I'm going to show you why. because I think our phones are going to 6G. Remember, I mentioned that a while ago. So I said, let me type in 6G. And I told y'all, right, how 6G, they're going up in these different G's because of the different frequencies, the different wavelengths and so on. Remember, I told y'all how they was going to do that. Because we was at 3G, then we moved to 4G, then we moved to 5G, now we're going to 6G. And they're going to stop at 12. Because why? The 12 DNA strands. The 12 DNA strands, the 12 Stargates. Shout out to Dr. Sam Samuel B. Lee. Shout out to him. The 12 DNA strands. There's 12 Stargates. That's also connected to the chakra. All this stuff is interconnected, and they're going to 5 to 6G now on your cell phones. So they're building 6G towers. Let me see something. I'm going to type it in right because I separated it. So I'm going to type in 6G. 6G technology. Look. Look at that. Told you they're going to 6G towers. They're going to stop at 12. They gotta keep up with the energy, the vibration, the frequency that's taking place. They have no choice. That's why they have to go into 6G. 5G is getting weaker. If y'all having phone problems, guarantee you, because they're going into 6G, and also the frequency and the energy of the people is rising. So please understand that this is the next step that they want to do. So this is what is happening right now. We're dealing with the changes. So those people that are saying we're heading for a new world, no, we're not heading for a new world. This is dealing with the ancient world, beloved. This is all dealing with the ancient world. But they know that the frequency is getting higher and higher. They have no choice but to get this stuff up, because that's how many of us are vibrating. And you say, how? What you mean? That means that this is vibrating higher. Many of us, not all of us. That means that this is vibrating higher, and that the earth Kundalini is vibrating even higher. And I really want you to look at this again, what the Kundalini is associated with. The goddess is still dealing with the goddess energy, though. This is not no new age thought. I don't like using Wikipedia, but I just want y'all to see it. This is where we're going. I know I said I was gonna play some videos. That's what a lot of people are waiting for, but you're gonna see the video soon. Before I even start the videos, I want you to see certain things, but I want y'all to see where the 5G is turning to 6G and why it's raising, because of our frequency, our energy is pulsating. And also, if I'm lagging off my live, this live is acting up, it's because the simple fact is that's the energy. It's the transferring of the energies. Is actually new energy in the air, because what's happening, that new energy that's coming, it's eventually going to get rid of that old energy in our atmosphere. But here's the kicker. Nobody's not mentioning how they still putting chemtrails out there too. Shout out to Mother Shelley on that. Me and her talked about that today. They're still putting the chemtrails out there. I know in Maryland they are. They have to do that right now because they know that the energies are rising, and at the same time, they don't want a lot of us to start vibrating higher and also getting the energy from the sun. All right, let me see. I'm gonna type in Kundalini again because I want y'all to really see how this all intertwines and how this all works. It's our own energy, her own frequency, and she's trying to get her children to vibrate on the same frequency. And you're saying, what you mean, her children? Like I said, her children. Many the ones that heard the call. You want to know what the call is. That's the high pitch ringing sound, all of the above. I'm trying to see if I can find, yeah. But they keep on trying to use the source for Wikipedia, but I'm going to use a clear source of that so you can see for yourself. It's dealing with the divine energy, the divine feminine energy. As you see right here, the Kundalini, divine feminine energy. It's not masculine energy, it's the divine feminine energy. But guess what? Take that out. Take that and take the I out. You have 9. Take the I out, you have 9. That's why I say some people say feminine. So you take that F-E-M-I out and you have 9. That's dealing with the non-ether, the non-ethereal energy. The non-ethereal energy is connected to what? The X chromosome that's only found in so-called black women. Like I keep saying, this is nothing that I'm making up. This is all true. I really want y'all to know that, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put videos up, hopefully, let's say Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to just show videos completely talking about the mitochondria for a minute. Probably, I might do 5 videos dealing with the mitochondria DNA, like videos of people breaking it down. And letting you know that it's only found in so-called melanated women or black women. But this is very serious. And look what it does. When awakened, individuals may experience sensations of energy moving up the spine, emotional releases, and healing processes. Kundalini meditation is practice aimed at harnessing this energy for personal transformation and spiritual growth. This energy is considered a source of life force, contributing to one's overall vitality and consciousness. This is very important, but also it has dangers. Benefits and dangers are the Kundalini. See, we didn't get a chance to talk about that. Okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this, because y'all, we need to really understand this. The dangers. What are the dangers of the Kundalini and how to avoid them? All right. Now, if you see, it says the Kundalini yoga have some great benefits, but there's also high risk and dangers to be aware of. Learning from learning an experienced yoga teacher greatly reduce the dangers and the risk of having bad experiences. It says, what is the Kundalini? Kundalini is an energy, Shakti. The Hindus believe normally. Peace, what's up? So, this is where we at. All of that. So you ask yourself, what is the dangers? But here go the symptoms of the awakening. I'm scrolling down so y'all can see some of them. Here go some of them right here. Feelings of electricity or energy rushing through, moving through your body. Now that happened to me. What is that? The itching and scratching. That happened to me numerous times. Look at that. The hissing or ringing in your ears. See what I tell you? Right there. Right there. Hissing or ringing sounds in your ears. Yeah, they had to reconnect me, because now I'm telling the truth. Look at that. But see this right here. The hissing or ringing sound in your ears is the main component, one of the main ones. Then it says, including depression, anxiety, dread, fear, anger, trouble sleeping. Okay? This is dealing with, right here, Kundalini awakening. And then it says here at the bottom, not able to function and have ordinary life where you work or take care of your kids anymore. I mean, yeah. So, and then difficult concentrating and or remembering things. This is all the sensational parts of it. And then look what they have a reference: astral body projection and out of body experience for beginners. This is the stuff that I've been talking about on our channel. This is all confirmations. I only go by what I hear from downloads, and also when your little big brother is talking and conversing with other brothers and sisters outside of YouTube. Okay? This is something that needed to be told. Now you know why I'm always talking about that ringing sound and the hissing sound, but mainly the ringing sound in your ears. And this is dealing with the sensational part of experiencing Kundalini awakening. And it says, how do you awaken your Kundalini energy? So, go back. I'm not going to stay on it too long. And you can always pause it on our channel too, because I just really want y'all to understand a lot of this. Okay? What are the benefits? Within the sense of bliss and well-being. You'll feel more mentally balanced and happier and healthy overall. Okay? When it's done properly, as far as the Kundalini yoga. And I want y'all to know how this Kundalini works. Now, there's the dangers. So, all this stuff right here. Talk about the ones that's not trained. It can be very scary, anxiety provoking, experiencing worst cases Kundalini experience without the appropriate preparation can be result in full-blown psychotic explosions in the person. Some people experience having something similar to an LSD trip, while others just feel like they're having a panic attack. This is serious. Very serious. Some of our people, and some people out here already having it, don't even realize they're having these DNA explosions, dealing with the Kundalini. They walking around going in panic mode. They going crazy. You know, people say, oh, they crashing out. No, they're going through an awakening process, and they don't even realize what the hell's going on. That Kundalini is exploding. A lot of them, their Kundalini is exploding, and they don't know what the fuck is going on with them. I'm not saying everybody now. A lot of people going through this. And then it says this. Y'all see that? I went through this right here, near-death experience. You know what I'm saying? And see what I do, a lot of things come to yours truly. And I would get headaches, cold fever sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have nobody to talk to, so I would go ahead and just clear my thoughts and go into serious other things to keep myself busy. And see, I don't do Kundalini yoga. What people don't know is that some people come here with that Kundalini already activated, which causes them to have certain, I want to say mental disorders or something like that. Certain, I ain't saying all. And it talks about the Kundalini yoga dangers as well. It talks about all of that. Okay? But I digress. We want to go ahead. I just want to show y'all That a lot of people go through these Kundalini changes. You feel me? And they don't realize what's going on. You got people on here that are on Facebook, on YouTube, that are lying and say, "Oh, my energy, I feel something, a pulsing sensation," and they ain't feeling nothing. They just going by what they read. I don't even know the feelings of going through that. Going through those sensations, going through those energy bursts. That's real. It happens. You have people that don't even know who to turn to. Like some people, a lot of times when the Kundalini also, people can see things in the spirit realm. Okay? You can see things in the spirit realm that others can't see. And it also said we have trouble sleeping. I have trouble sleeping. I really do. Why? Because I'm always constantly having to feel like I have to do something. I'm a busybody. Real busybody. I don't like sitting around not doing a thing. Like she said. But we have to realize what the heck is really going on. Real soon I'm gonna be going back into doing astrology. I told Mother Shelley I'm gonna go back doing astrology, and not just that, I'm gonna start going back into numerology and start doing natal charts. I'll let everybody know soon when I start doing that. I did it years ago. I didn't get no help. I ain't read from no book. Things came to me naturally. But I'm going to go back into astrology soon. Y'all will know, because I start talking about astrological breakdowns and stuff like that. And then I'm going to try to get into details how it's connected to the Kundalini energies and also the spheres of the galaxy, and also Tiamat herself. So I'm going to do a lot of studying afterwards. A lot of studying real soon, y'all. I'm going to get back into what I was doing before this YouTube channel was created. Right now, I'm also still going through the process of the rites of passage and one of the spiritual practices that our ancestors practiced. So I really want to wait until that's done. I want to wait until that's done to really start going to astrology. Eventually, I'm going to be going into Ifa soon. And hopefully, I can finally sit down and start studying on astrology. That's why I said it's coming soon. And natal charts. And I'm going to going back into the Western astrology.
Is this done?
It might be. Go ahead and try it. Let me see. Was it still charging when you picked it up?
Huh?
Was it still charging when you picked it up?
I don't know.
This machine acts stupid. I apologize, y'all. I'm trying to. Would that control need to be charged up or something?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, y'all. So I'm gonna close my computer real quick. But that's what I'm gonna really be focusing on once I go through all these different these two schools of thought. I really was thinking about Sangoma too, which is a South African spiritual system. I gotta set an appointment with the sister soon, so she's here in Maryland or Baltimore, and I'm gonna reach out to her. She's also into Ifa. She's also into other traditions, but I really want to get into doing one thing at a time. Hopefully, the Great Mother helped me reconnect with an ex-girlfriend of mine that taught me astrology. So I'm gonna put it out in the universe that it happened, that me and her reconnect on track with astrology. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do a prayer for that. Because this channel vow is gonna be totally different. Because eventually, I ain't gonna be doing only one talking on here until the other channel is finally done. I mean, I already said that they're done, but once the brothers are, we get them all together, don't be surprised I have brothers on, or I might be in the background somewhere. Cause I'm really I don't like talking like that. No, I really don't. So I just hope the brothers be ready, because I'm like, hey, you go ahead. I'm not talking right now. Or I might just go ahead and do the invite on what is it? StreamYard. And have them talking. I'm going to just go ahead and mute myself and let them do their thing. I'm a little overwhelmed on stuff. So I'm gonna need to just, I want y'all to hear others speak other than me when the time is right. So whenever the alignment's right, they'll let me know when they're ready. I'm not rushing it. They're not rushing it. But they're gonna be on here talking and saying what they got. I'm not. I'm just gonna be in the background just listening. I'm gonna be like a little child listening, like I'm in school. Just let them say what they have to say and stuff that they know. Um, but the thing is, we got to get back into grounding ourselves back into full nature and full beast mode and energy, with our energies and stuff like that, our frequencies, our vibrations. Okay. One of the things that we can do, and it don't have to be 20-minute meditation. Start off with 5 and then try to move up. Give yourself 5 minutes to breathe. Then once you master the 5 minutes of controlling your thoughts and breathing, then go up 5 more. Then that's 10, right? Once you master that 10 minutes, go to 5 more, 15. So you just keep on progressing as you go. Keep on add more 5, add 5 onto it, to the point where as though when you're comfortable with your thoughts and to keep your negative thoughts at ease. That's the whole thing. A part of that ego that you got to check. So you got to go ahead and do that. Once you do that, you'll feel better. You'll start feeling the energies, and you'll start feeling your thoughts even more clearer. And you'll start seeing how connected you are with your higher self. But start off with 5. Then eventually when you get 5 down pat, 5 more, which is 10. You get that down pat, 5 more, 15. Keep on going and going until you finally can be like, okay, I need at least this amount of time to get my thoughts right. Because once you get that corrected, you'll know how long you need to totally go into just having a quiet time to yourself and how to control your thoughts and how to make things manifest. That's one of the things you can do. But you have to have that time for self, though, which means no cell phone, no social media. Just start off with 5 minutes. Quiet time. Then go to 10. Then go to 15. Then go to 20. And see what happens from off of that. Because your peace is valuable. Your peace is valuable. Once again, your peace is valuable. No one else should be disturbing your peace except you. Some of you probably are having trouble sleeping. Some of you might be having problems with your emotions, like it was saying in that article. So keep your minds together on this journey. And shout out to Dr. Kia Pruitt too about what's going on with the whole Nasara thing. She finished where we left off at on her old channel that yours truly was featured on, and the brothers that was on there. She finishing where it left off at. Shout out to her. And she one of the ones, thanks to Brother Price is the King, she one of the ones that said that our hearts and everything got to be right. And I've been telling y'all that your heart have to be right on the next level. I showed y'all yesterday, the day before, about the heart chakra and how important it is. Before you get to the third eye and the crown, you got to go through the heart. The heart chakra is the most important thing. Before you get to the throat, before you get to the third eye and the crown, the heart, you're being judged by the heart that goes to Mayat, which is also ruled by the planet Venus. Look, don't believe me, look it up. By that being said, what does Venus or Mayat does with Libra? It balances the scales between the heart and the deeds that you do, right? All the good things you do and all the negative things that you do. But it's being weighed on a what? By a feather. So if you are doing excellent things, positive things, then you're fine. But you got to keep in mind it has to be balanced, because you don't want nobody to walk over you. But you're being judged by what? By Libra, Mayat. ruled by Venus. Look up what the attributes of Venus is. I can see if I can look it up real quick. So y'all can see that Venus deals with not just love, but other things too. But y'all need to know the attributes of it. So this is an astrological class right now. Just bear with me. I had to open up a daggone computer again and put my daggone passcode in the daggone thing. Alright. Let's do this. Venus. Attribute. Look at this. That's how you know it's real. This is Venus attributes. Look at that. Love, beauty, harmony, and personal harmony and personal values. This is what Venus represents in astrology, y'all. You see these attributes, right? Y'all see them, right? Now, let's go see who, let's type it in. What now, I know I hit enter, right? I know I hit enter. These are some of the deities that represent Venus. Okay? You see Aphrodite, right? Remember, I told y'all that the planets were also considered celestial bodies. In certain teachings, they said that those celestial bodies used to walk the earth. So keep that in mind. Give me a second. Because one of them caught my attention. Aphrodite. Don't just bear with me. I'm trying to remember how to spell Aphrodite. God dang, I forgot. It was there, and it was there, and it just disappeared. Okay, that's what I spelled wrong. All right, Aphrodite. Give me a second. I'm typing it in right now. Look who Aphrodite is connected to. See? Don't have to make up none of this stuff. A lot of stuff that we do on here, we do the research, and we also let everybody know what's up. Okay? Now, let's go. I'm gonna leave that right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave that right there. Now, let's go to another one. What? Okay. Y'all know I really hate when I can't spell words for nothing. And I just typed the name in. Okay, I'm gonna just spell it the best way possible. I'm gonna put down lower voodoo, lower, so y'all can know. So they ain't going. No wonder I had it spelled kind of crazy. That's who she's connected to in voodoo. Okay, this is who Aphrodite is connected to in voodoo. So they've been around since the beginning of the time. And then let's go ahead and type this in. See how true this is. Aphrodite. Y'all know I really hate when I go through this stuff. I just had okay. I see it. And the crazy thing is I know how to spell, and it's just messing with me right now. See? She's connected to Libra. Mayat. Bingo. Everything has a connection divinely. Everything is connected. Those who are Libras and also Libra moons, hey, what's up? Peace to y'all. See? Everything is dealing with the heart. It deals with the love. If your heart is not right, you're screwed. Now, after that being connected to Libra, let's go ahead and find out something else. And you saying like, well, okay, but what are you going at with this? Just bear with me. You see, okay. I don't hate. I just dislike this. My mind is just. I guess I'm having one of my episodes, y'all, that they was talking about. Is a form. Let's just type in a form of Lady Justice. Let's just guess. Okay. We're going to just guess and say probably so. She's not a form of Lady Justice, but see, look what it says. Justice and fairness. Okay. But Libra deals with the scales, which is connected to Venus, which is the Aphrodite energy. So it's another form of her. Because you got to remember, Aphrodite deals with love, right? But that side of her, let's go ahead and figure this out. Because I can tell you that Aphrodite would be a form of Hathor. Let's go ahead. A form of Hat-Haru. Well, let's say Hathor. See? Associated with Hathor or Hat-Haru. Now, here's the kicker. Let me see. We're going to go into another deity because now you have to see the switch. Athena. Athena, a form of lady. See, they keep on reconnecting. I mean, let's see this. She's not a form of that. But look. She's associated with wisdom, warfare, and justice. Ain't that something? So pretty much, but she deals with justice. So what I'm gonna say, yeah. And it says right here, look. say? She represents different aspects of justice. Either or, she has a certain connection to it because it still has justice in it. See, this is why the internet going to tell you everything. That's why you got to do your own research. See? And if that's being said, is there a correlation between of this particular one? They're not the same goddess, though. But you see, she dealt with war and destruction. Right here. So when you hear people trying to do a libations for all these different ones, you got to be careful. But there's similarities because Athena also deals with war. But she also deals with wisdom and strategy. And what they're not telling you is this. That Setmak let's see this. They might not have it, but I'm telling you from what I read, turns into Hathor. See? See how Setmak transforms into Hathor? She's a warrior, but when she drunk that red wine that looked like blood, she turned into Hathor. So what you saying, where are you going up with this? What I'm saying is this. You have now witnessed two sides of Libra or Venus. You witnessed two sides of Venus, even though they try to say that it's not the same. Venus dealing with the scales, which is also the justice. That's also dealing with the planet Venus. She might deal with love, but then she transformed into the warrior. There's wisdom, one that deals with wisdom and war and also justice. Now, Setmak, she was also dealing justice, but in a warring way. She turned to Hathor. That's also connected to the planet Venus. Hathor is connected to the planet Venus. So you ask yourself, what planet would be connected to Setmak? Setmak was dealing with the lion. She was a lioness. So that's dealing with what? That's dealing with the sun. So she transforms from the sun to Venus. But guess what? These particular stories were called, I don't want to say allegories, they were called something. Not just mythologies, they were called something. Into these stories, let you know the whole thing behind the scenes and what goes on and your spiritual structure dealing with Mayat and so on, and dealing with the spheres of the planet and how they all affect you internally, dealing with your different chakras in your body. Then let alone what they're not trying to let you know is that we do have a some people call it the heart. They might say the heart is pretty much the sun in us, because they're depictions of so-called Jesus doing a certain hand gesture like this and doing like this to the heart, and you see the heart is lighting up as the sun. So I don't know if that's an allegory, metaphor, or whatever, but they show that to let you know that the heart chakra is one of the key components and the key chakras in your body, which is also symbolizing that sun energy. So, therefore, before you get to the crown, which is the halo, the main part, before you get to that halo part of you, you got to go through that first sun, which is that heart. When that heart is weighed properly on that scale, and you have got rid of all the negative debris in your heart that deals with the hatred and all that jealousy and stuff by doing the shadow work, when your heart is on the scale, it's going to be supremely balanced. It has to be supremely balanced on that scale. It cannot outweigh that feather. When it's totally balanced, on the scale, you go to the next chapter in your path. You understand? This is something they don't want to tell you, because now we're going into what I've been trying to let everybody know, the heart chakra. We're going into that real Kundalini energy that is connected to this planet. And not just this planet, but the whole entire galaxies. The galaxies, not galaxy, but galaxies, plural. Because now every being is waiting for your heart to be the guide. But here's another thing they don't tell you. The original heart in the beginning, because in the Moorish Science Temple and also in the Masonic Order, they ask you a question. Okay, no, in the Moorish Science Temple, they ask a question, where can you find Allah? And they say your heart. Not this heart. This heart. Because these two correlate together. Because this pumps the life force or the life liquid into the brain. So they need each other. This pumps that blood, or whatever you want to call it, that life force energy, up here to this part of the heart. The real you is this, the eyes, and I forgot to tell y'all this. Those three, and also the spinal cord, those four is the real you. This is the shell. But Samuel M. Lee did a video about melanin, and he said melanin is an antenna. So yet again, it goes back to what? The Kundalini. It goes back to what? The Mantra Contra. It goes back to what? How the way this planet is being, how the way this planet is formed. Then it's also connecting back to what? Going back directly to the 12 DNA strands. And I just showed you how they're doing 6G now. They're going to stop at 12G. Because now everybody's saying we're in the fifth dimension, or the fifth dimension. What if I tell you that we're not going to the fifth dimension, that we're accelerating to the sixth dimension? What do you mean? Because by the awakening of the people that are going through these Kundalini transformations and these energies that's coming through their body from the spinal cord, what if we had not just gone to the fifth, but we're actually going to the sixth dimension, i.e. 6G? Give that some thought, though. This is not the old world we're going into. We're going into the ancient world. In Lemuria, we had all this technology already. We forgot it. Dr. Malachi York said those that forgot were called Enoshites. The ones that forgot. Y'all fell asleep, and now it's time to wake up and resurrect and remember who the hell you are. So on that note, I really wanted y'all to understand what is happening here. I love all y'all, though. I ain't going to be on here long. I've been on here for 50 minutes. What I'm going to do, give me around, I think Thursday, right? Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to get some videos ready for everybody pertaining to the Kundalini, pertaining to the connections, and also I didn't forget about the videos on the Orisha that I promised everybody, so y'all can see them videos on the Orishas. I'm not the one that's commentating and telling you what they are, but I'm going to show y'all the videos that I come up across so y'all can see them for yourself. I'm also going to play the video again with what's his name, Umar Johnson, talking about how those Orishas are the superheroes in DC and Marvel. Okay? So, and those superheroes They can be incarnated, meaning they can incarnate into your vessel if you have got a reading done and so on. Some of you are devotees and all of that. That's why they said that the forces walked the earth at one point in time. Because there's different incarnations, y'all, and you need to look at what the incarnation is. This is all dealing with your kundalini, all of that, the Shakti energy. All this is interconnected as one. This is dealing with the all. The all is called the Vistica Pisces. It is all intertwined into one. It's all interconnected to the all. It's all interconnected to the all. It goes back to the all. When the all was just the all and created all, which is the great mother's womb. On that note, I am out of here. Love all y'all. Love, peace, light, darkness, supreme balance, which is the yin and the yang, which is the divine masculine and feminine. May the great primordial mother watch you and yours, protect you and yours, and also guide you and yours, and also protect the family that you know that is like you on this spiritual journey. Love all y'all. You take care. I'm going to do another video probably Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. All right, y'all take care. Peace. Yeah, I got to get in the phone. It didn't mess up this time. Yay!